What if I told you that this took less than 3 minutes to make? And how long would it take you to learn this? And what about this one? You're now going to see exactly how I made these with specific AI tools so you can enhance moments in your editing as well. I want you to be careful though, because if you use these the wrong way, your edits are actually going to look worse and it's going to take you longer than if you just edited it yourself. But if you use this the right way, you could potentially save yourself hours of work and make edits that looks almost impossible to have been made by just one person. So I'm now going to show you the 3 levels of using AI to make impressive edits fast, starting off with how you make almost endless perfect assets instantly. You know that horrible feeling of looking around online what seems like forever for that perfect icon or image that could match your edit, but you just can't find anything. Well, this fixes that, and I can't believe it's free. Okay, so let's say you have like something you've edited, like it can be anything, right? And you have created like some assets or some icons, or maybe like you found some online and you've used it, like the backgrounds and such, but you want to find more of those and you don't have time to like constantly create news or find like new ones, right? It's going to take a long time. What you can do, which is super easy and really fast, is you just take a screenshot of whatever thing like you want more of, like an asset. Like let's say we want to change this icon to something else, right? But we want the same style. Then we can take a screenshot of it, then go into Google Gemini right here, which you can just search on Google and find it. It's free. You can just upload the image like this, so they have the image, and then you just write this prompt. I have in the description as well. It's create an icon in this exact style. Keep it simple without any unnecessary elements and use a white background. The icon should symbolize this. And then here you just write whatever it should symbolize. But before you do that, remember to go under tools and then click this here, create images. And the reason why there's a banana here is because it's Google's latest tool, which is called Nano Banana. Okay, so let's say we want like a icon of a winner, right? Like someone who's like maybe like a trophy or something. It's just see what it comes up with. So we write winner. Just we can keep it super simple, or we can make a longer description if you want more accurate, right? And it should be super fast. It'll just go through the prompt and just say, hey, this is what you want me to do. It's going to analyze the image. And then if we just wait a second here, right here. So now you can see we just got a very similar icon in this style that we could use. We could even, like, if you want to change anything, we could like make it into a loser icon, and we can just keep it more simple now because we already have this prompt, so it should be able to know what to do, but it should be like very fast at changing and editing the thing. So yeah, you can see now it makes a crack and we can edit it more, right? So it's super fast to make these icons. The reason why we want to create it with a white background because Google Gemini has a bit hard of creating transparent backgrounds. But what you can do is you can either just upload it to ChatGPT and ask like, make this with no background, and it's very good at that. You can see, and you can just download this and use it. Or you can choose to just use Photoshop or maybe do it in your editing software. Like there's no limit to that. Yeah, you can see here, like I just said, generate this with no background and higher quality. And ChatGPT came out real quick here with this one. And then you can just, drag it into your project, and then, see it matches like quite well with what we already have. Then we can choose to like remove these stuff here, and you can see, yeah, it'll fit perfect, and maybe add some drop shadow and do your own editing, right? But this is a very simple way of using AI. It's time for me to show you how you can make certain motion graphics in minutes. It's very important that you understand that this doesn't replace the need for having editing skills. In fact, if you're bad at editing, you're gonna get bad results with this. However, if you're good or even decent at the editing fundamentals, this can truly transform certain moments in your video from now on. Let me now show you how you can make it yourself, and you'll quickly see why. What we're going to need is a starting frame and often an ending frame as well, if you want to have even more control. We don't want to make the AI do all the work here, because if we do, then we don't get a consistent style. We end up way too often with like weird looking stuff, and it often ends up taking longer to fix those and just, make something look good. So what are we going to do instead? Well, take a look at this. These are a ton of visuals and graphics that my students have access to inside my program, and it allows us to like make starting frames and end frames. And this is where your editing skills come into play, because you can design your own graphic in your own editing software or another visual software exactly how you want it to look like. And once you're finished, you just take a screenshot of that, and now we got our starting frame. Then if you want more control over the motion, then you just move the elements around on how you want the motion graphic to end. Then you just take a screenshot, and now we have our ending frame. Now, I've tried a bunch of different tools for this, but the one you should 100% pick right now to do this is called FreePick. By the way, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just want to give you the best there is out there. So let me show you the exact way to use this tool right now and why it's the most powerful. Okay, let's quickly pick a start and end frame here we can use. So I'm just going to pick this one here, nice and simple. And we can even like change the text here to maybe say something like rise, which fits a bit better. And then you just, again, you want to take a screenshot. If you do like I do, like make a slide, you can just go up here and press download and PNG. But you can, of course, make it in your own editing software or wherever, right? Okay, so this is free pick, and the reason why you want to pick this, I'm going to show you right here. First off, you get actually quite a good value for the price. You can try it out for fairly cheap, and if you upgrade to $36 a month, you get unlimited image generations, which includes the Nano Banana I showed you before, but this one is like in even higher quality, so it's super unlimited of those. And also, once we go under the video generator right here on the side, as you can see here, you can choose the module right here, and then you can see there are 2 modules right here, which also includes unlimited generations. Now they aren't as high quality as the one I'm going to show you, but they're super good way of practicing your edits and just seeing how you can make like some cool ones with this generation right here. And then once you feel confident, you can move on to paying tokens, right? So it's a super good way of practicing it. Now there is one here I fully recommend you pick, and it's this one. For the price, it's really good. Like it's only 300 tokens for like the 720p, and then if you want a 1080p, it's only 500 tokens. So it's super good. And honestly, you can generate a lot without hitting the limit. Like I haven't even came close to the limit by just making some of these edits. So yeah, this is the one we're going to use. And it's super simple, as you can see. All we got to do is just drag the 2 images in here. We got to do it in the right order though, like the starting image, starting frame, and the end frame. Actually, we want to switch these 2 images like this. So we start with this, and then it rises up to that. Now, it does come up with a prompt here automatically for you, but sometimes it isn't the best. And so I actually highly recommend either you make your own, or maybe you use ChatGPT. Like we use this start to end frame prompt generator that I've made, which makes them like very good and detailed. You just upload the images right here, and then ChatGPT will make the prompt for you. And I recommend you do something similar like this, or maybe like copy the similar prompt what comes out here, because I've tested it, and this is the way it like makes smoother animations without like making it look weird. So I'm just gonna copy it here without reading and paste it in. And then, yeah, so 1080p, and you can choose if you want a 5-10 seconds, and then you can also extend it afterwards if you want to like make it longer, and you can just make a new start and end frame if you want to as well. And that's pretty much it. We just click generate, and then we just wait until it's generated. All right, so this is the results, and as you can see, it super clearly understood what to do. It just quickly made this animation right here. Now, I'll probably like a few things I like to adjust, but like you can just write new prompts. I'll show you some different variations in screen right here. See the potential, right? Now, this works great and all, but you gotta be careful, because how do you actually truly use this to impress people? And when should and shouldn't you use this? If you fill a video with these edits, you're not going to make a great video. Constant fancy animations and way too over-the-top visuals can often be way too much for most videos and can cost you a lot of tokens, right? So I want you to use this intentionally at certain moments instead. Like to be immersed in a 3D scene at a certain point in a story, or to visually show a metaphor, or to simply make a more impactful intro. Remember this animation that I showed you in the beginning of the video? It does stuff that would take me weeks to figure out, but by using this tool, I could turn this into an intro with impact. And when I made this, I didn't just rely 100% on AI. I used editing to stitch together multiple shots, made the transition smooth, added sound effects and small details to match the exact feel I wanted. That's how you impress people and make it look good with these. It's only editors who use this with their skills that's going to get ahead. Now, my mission is to help more editors make money with their editing, but just knowing these tools aren't going to make you money alone. Even if your edit looks impressive, you of course need someone to edit for. So if you want to know how to find clients, which of course is the first step, then you can check out this video right here, where I show you some different ways of doing exactly that. Go check it out, editor. And thanks for watching.